What's good, it's DNF Daniel, and Happy New Year! I was walking around this store and I came across this, the MoYu Nexcube 2x2 and 3x3. I realized I have never seen these cubes before online, so I decided to dig deeper. In the cubicle I couldn't find any of them, I couldn't find it on Speedcube Shop either, and I even tried checking Amazon and they weren't there. So I decided to pick these cubes up. I'll unbox these cubes, give a few thoughts on them, and let's get started. And let's get started with this 2x2. It's pretty lightweight, it has a matte finish, and let's give it some first turns. Wow. This is like extremely dry out of the box, and no, it is not magnetic. But honestly, for a budget cube, this really isn't bad. An interesting thing to notice is that it doesn't corner twist easily. But honestly, there's not much else to say about this. So let's move on to the main focus, the Nexcube 3x3. It has a matte finish, bright colors, and let's get to turns. Oh wow. This thing is extremely slow out of the box. And no, this isn't magnetic either, and it's really sandy, like. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this cube really isn't that good compared to like the RS3M for a cheaper price. But considering that it's two cubes meant for beginners or non-cubers, these aren't a bad deal. Another good thing to note is that this cube is pretty blocky and it really needs effort to turn. But I do have to admit, these colors are pretty nice. So yeah, before I end this video, I'm gonna do some first solves with this 3x3 and 2x2 and give my final thoughts. So I did about 20 solves on the 2x2 and 30 on the 3x3, and not much has really changed. The 2x2 is really dry out of the box, but got really smooth and fast a few solves in. This cube doesn't lock up nearly as much as others I've owned in the past, but the no magnetic aspect does repel me a little. Like, this 2x2 is the most basic of beginners 2x2s. My closest comparison would be a slightly worse non-magnetic GAN 249. Aside from that, there's really not much else to discuss. As for the 3x3, this thing was extremely painful to turn. This cube was super blocky, locked up really easily, and corners twisted left and right. This cube reminded me of the Chi Warrior by the very slightest, and after this review, I am never touching this cube again. But all jokes aside, this cube isn't bad for beginners, but there are much cheaper and better alternatives to this cube, such as the RS3M 2020 and the Yushin Little Magic. I didn't bother setting up either of these cubes because the heck am I gonna do with these? Both cubes have really vibrant colors and are appealing to the eye, but those are probably the only good things about these puzzles. Overall, these aren't terrible budget cubes for $16.99 total, but there are definitely better options for starter cubes out there. But I was giving thoughts from a Speedcuber's perspective. I can guarantee if you're a beginner, you wouldn't think twice about purchasing these cubes, if you can even find them anywhere. So yeah, that's just about it for this unboxing and review. Thanks for watching, this is DNF Daniel, and I'll see you in the next one.